The game's in fairness to the game, it does kind of realize that like it has a few bottlenecks in this area. So if there's a point where like you and a forklift are at an impasse and you can't pass each other, the other forklift will just vanish, which is
Well,
hilarious to me. It's just like, oh, we lost. How many dock workers did we lose today? 4. Yeah, there's a few bottlenecks on the route, so some of them just disappeared.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, they should have been told. See that guy? He's the MC. Get the fuck out of his way.
That's why the forklifts are numbered. It's a number. It's a level of hierarchy. So if you're a forklift 25, you're pretty much dead. You're like a red shirt in forklift form.
You're a newly promoted side to the Premiership. Good luck to you, mate.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's why we call you Mr. Sunderland.
Oh, I can see them doing us twice.
Yep. That. In fairness, they normally win your derbies, don't they? Statistically.
I, well, no, I think we won the last one. That was
We
in
did.
like a
Yeah.
cup match, but
But every
just
season they've been in the league, they've always seemed to stay up based off derby form alone. It's gas. It's like yours guaranteed 6 points.
yeah. Fucking move! Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
So you might again, we are literally on the clock here, and these guys are just actively getting in our way. You know, you can see my annoyance here. I also wasn't sure whether like because we were kind of given an arbitrary price for a ticket to Hong Kong, so I
Yeah.
wasn't sure whether like I actually had to meet that price or not. So I went to like I didn't spend any money at all in the game, beyond this point, because like you can play arcade games and stuff like this in Shenmue. You can go to an arcade and you can play actual Sega games and stuff.
Whoa.
Or you can buy capsules and just buy random shit like food and stuff like that. You don't eat anything. It's like a collectible, you know. Um,
Fucking God.
so I made sure not to spend anything beyond once we're like actual saving for a boat ticket to Hong Kong.
Probably should sped this part up and put
Like a Benny Hill music over it or something.
that's what I was just
Yeah.
thinking.
'Cause that's always the trouble when you're doing these sections. Because you just like you will just randomly have fucking stuff happen to you. That's the thing. Like it's not even a random encounter. It's like like that, for example, just a random forklift jump scare. Um,
Jonathan, can you side shift on the forklift?
no, you can't. It's very basic with the actual driving mechanics. It's like the way I kind of felt was it felt like they obviously couldn't do driving mechanics per se, because there's a section later on that kind of plays very similarly. So it's like they with kind of like this section they did just very basic driving mechanics as opposed to actual forklift physics, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Um, which kind of has its own logic in a sense because like it's still a video game by all accounts, so like you don't want to scare you don't want to make this section impossible by having to actually be a forklift driver, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They just kind of made it approachable for whoever it was. And again, that being said, like this is the first time anyone's doing shit like this in a sense, like there is no kind of guide on like how to play this. Do you remember like in was it in one of the GTA games did like a forklift mission? I think it was possibly San Andreas.
I think it was 3.
Was it 3?
I
Okay.
think so.
Like I remember, like you have to go into a warehouse and like steal some like army, ammunitions or something, and
Yeah.
like the forklift actively does exactly what it should do, in a sense. Like you are like you're moving backwards, you're lifting everything perfectly, but like in a weird way, like the reason why GTA could do that is because like you have a game like this who like
Did it first and you can build on it.
yeah, so yeah, they kind of fumble it, and then someone else can like does it like if you like someone like tries it out for the first time, everyone plays and goes, oh, this is how we do it, like it'd be kind of familiar, similar to me like with the driver games where like this is how in theory how police and traffic should work, and then Grand Theft Auto comes around and does it a lot better. That'd be the way I'd look at it. As you can see by
Gotta place these in the lines.
my appalling crate placement is coming to betray me now, but in fairness, they do give you more like spaces than boxes, so they do account for that as well.
Sure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I have to do it like do it in character. I see. Just keep it to the minimal possible syllables.
No.
Okay. Our day is nearly done now. We're in the last hour now. This is crunch time. Every second counts when it comes to forklifts.
It's the final countdown. Below.
KC, it's the final breakdown. Clearly.
I know. I'm so tired. I couldn't think of any puns there. I was just like, nope. Just go
Yeah.
basic.
We should if this is a low energy session to everyone watching at home. Yeah, we have a bit of a mini heat wave at the moment, and we're Irish. This shit doesn't work for us.
We're not used to it.
No, like really, we should be like given days off just to like rest
Place
recover.
these in the lines.
Because we should specify the sun is trying to kill us.
You don't lose points for running over people, do you?
No, if only there was an option. Yeah, I welcome it.
They can just get kind of nudged.
Yeah, even if they got nudged, I wouldn't mind it. Like if there's like a what's the word, like a cow catcher type of setup on the forklift. Like again, if this was like a modern game, they do forklift upgrades. That's what I would. That's what you would want. You'd want like a little bulwark at the front of the forklift, so then they can get like pushed aside as you go along. You know, that would be nice. But sadly, no. Like the horn works on the forklifts. The forklifts will move themselves. People just ignore you, or this like that fucking jogger, for example. And
Back the
vanish.
fuck up.
Forklift number 7 is no more.
It got Thanos snapped.
He really fucking did. Like, yeah.
It's in the blip right now. It will come out when Shenmue 3 comes out.
Yeah, all the forklift drivers that got sacrificed in this section all come back to fight you at the end of 3 as some sort of revenge mission.
Like before the last fight before the final boss is like a wave of
forklifts.
Yeah.
Like you really do have to thread the needle sometimes with the way these lads are driving. Like I was kind of pleasantly surprised with how tight the actual the driving mechanics are, albeit it is a forklift, so it's not 100% realistic. But it's actually I'm in first person view here now. I can switch camera now to be more outside, and more than likely what I'm colliding off there is the fact that the crate isn't 100% square centered. So one corner is knocking off another corner. So again, old game, it's janky in places, so I'm not gonna punish it for that. And just put the crate down as 5 o'clock hits.
Finished for
That's what we call precision, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Work to the team.
Despite the best efforts of everyone who works here.
Here's today's pay.
Here's today's pay.
Thanks.
You met quota, son. So starting tomorrow, you'll get a 50 yen
Yeah,
raise.
you got 50 yen raise.
That'll be 450 yen per crate.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
So if you wanted to kind of
Yes, thank you very much.
compare how much that was actually how much we got there, and we got that was basically 70 quid's worth for the day, if we're being very simplistic with the currency exchange.
Is that at today's rates?
Not today's rate, but would have been. I've always remembered yen to euro as 1,000 in the difference. I know it is a bit different now. I think it's I think the rates are slightly, because I know Paul checked this in the last session, so it's not exactly a kind of a decimal change now, but it's close to it.
I don't know anything about them.
Is that so? Do you know anyone who might know about them?
Mate, I work in an office. I don't see
can't
anything.
Think of anyone.
Is that so?
As you can see, this place is just an absolutely glamorous place to work. I mean, it has
So
everything. It has
So
a kettle.
lively.
Yeah.
€2.70
Oh wow, so it's changed completely then.
for 450 yen. It's €2.70.
Okay, so
It's €2.67.
per crate.
But that's in current. So
Yeah.
now I have to add on calculation for.
Yeah.
You said 1988.
Yeah, so we got a 1986.
Okay.
So we would have done about
Mark, have you
12
seen
crates
any
there. So that would have
manuals?
worked like
No,
we got about 6,000 for
sure
that.
haven't. All right.
So the crack about Mark, by the way, is that so he's been bullied by the Mad Angels as well. Reason was because he was asking around because of he has a brother that's missing, and he reckons he got into trouble with this gang as well. So we may never know what happens to Mark's brother, but that's something that we're aware of.
Okay. So, inflation has only gone up. So what was 100 yen in 1986 is 132.88.
Yeah,
In today's money, okay.
that's not too bad then.
So it's an inflation of 32.88%.
Hmm.
So, how many crates did he?
So I think we got 12 crates there. So would be 6,000 yen. So that would be what, like 90 quid?
Tom, hi, Dio.
6,005.
I've got something to ask you. Do you know where the Mad Angels hang out?
I don't know. Rio, I heard a rumor that you are going after the Mad Angels.
I've got my
A
reasons.
rumor, he just confirmed it, mate.
No, man.
Yeah, he literally asked about it
You're gonna
first.
Get mixed up with them.
If you know anything about them, please, Tom, you've got to tell me.
Sorry, but I don't know, man.
Really?
So Tom's been around since the start of the game. Back in the town that we started off with, he sells fast
Hey,
food,
Stop.
and he just happens to be
This
down in the
is
docks
off
when we're here
limits.
as well. It's almost like he's
Yeah,
watching over us
now.
in some way.
Yeah, just under 50 quid for your day's work.
Yeah, okay, so I kind of had that down to 70. So, yeah, okay. So there you go, €50 for a day's work, Casey. That's
Sweet.
far less than minimum wage. So the way also the kind of day-night cycle works is that obviously some events don't really happen until it's nighttime. So arbitrarily, once it hits 7 o'clock, it's now
Excuse me.
considered night.
Yeah.
So plot will
Where
kick
is it,
in
young
about
man?
an hour.
Do you
Okay,
happen to know
cool.
where the Mad Angels hang out?
And this is the vagabond that told us about the training area inside. He's also been terrorized by the Mad Angels. They were playing chicken with him when they had motorcycles around them.
I really need to
So
know
we
where they
bailed
are.
him out and helped him. And in exchange, he showed us some kung fu moves.
All right.
Because apparently he knew our dad being a
Here?
well-known martial artist.
Gather here at night.
I wonder what his moves
Nice.
fast as
I
lightning.
understand. Thank you.
He could be. Well, he was actually quite clever. He was actually quite useful. His kind of moves were all parries and stuff. So like side steps and dodges and kind of momentum shifts and that. So they were very, very useful. We also like in terms of the actual gameplay as well. If you're never sure where we are in the plot, Rio keeps all of his notes in a diary. So if we ever wanted to look back at something, we can see what we're doing. So at the moment, we know that the Mad Angels kind of gather around the cafe at night. So let it pass the night, and then let's see if we can encounter some bikers, and that's basically where we are. So like I said, it's kind of a weird thing with this game. Like, okay, something's gonna happen in like 2 minutes time, so just like be around, which is kind of hilarious to me.
Cola.
Oh yeah, sweet, delicious, brand-free cola. Nothing like it.
Oh, I wanted Pepsi.
So again, this is a very I guess this is a very Japanese thing as well. So like every now and then we'll go to a vending machine and we don't get the drink we wanted, but we get a can of winning. So when we get a winning can, we can go into the any good convenience store,
good.
cash in our prizes, and try and win something nice.
Nice.
Which is a very, very everything in Japan is prizes and capsules. They're mad for this sort of stuff. They love their old their kind of pachinko culture.
Excuse me.
Can I help you?
Have you seen any of the Mad Angels members lately?
The Mad Angels? I only hear all kinds of bad rumors about them.
We are weirdly
Them punks
close
are
for this
nothing but
conversation.
trouble.
When was that?
Oh, round about last week, I'd say. On the day I had to work overtime. They were riding around on motorcycles.
Motorcycles?
Mm-hmm. It was noisy as hell. Anyway, after
Not the fact that
sunset,
they are like
you'd best
criminals
have
and they,
known
you
before
know,
they
assault
come
people
back.
on the around my workforce, but they are just very noisy about it.
Noise polluters, that's what
Yeah.
it is.
Excuse me.
That's the most egregious bit about them
Do you
is the
know where
loud
Mad
is the
Angels
loudness
hang
of them.
The Mad Angels? What's that?
They're a gang of thugs. Do you know where they are?
Let me see. I hear talk of some gang who make trouble in the harbor at night.
I see. That's them.
Rumor is they all ride motorcycles. That's the extent of what I know.
Yeah, this is
I
how
see.
wonderful like
You'd
rural
probably
Japanese
find them
culture
at
is,
night, right?
because that like if you're riding a motorcycle, you're either a teenage child or a criminal. And like we had a subplot there earlier in the game where we had to try and get a tattoo, because tattoos are basically seen as like criminal
Symbols.
gang
Gangs.
symbols.
You are not allowed to enter onsen and a lot of other different places.
Mm,
Gyms if you have tattoos.
Yes.
You can't. Even to this day.
even to this day, yeah. So we were asking how to get one, and it turns out there was a tattoo parlor in the town, specifically in the red light district. We found it, and we had to try and find a guy called Charlie, who is supposedly a member of the Mad Angels, but he never admitted to it. So maybe we'll never know.
Could see.
Yep, it is officially nighttime.
And you're like, for fuck's sake, finally the plot.
Yeah, the plot is why can I kick in? Like again, like a lot of the one thing that people always ask about Shenmue is like an advanced time section. You know, like you can't just like nap or wait for an hour. Like you do actually kind of have to just let time kind of take its natural
Go.
course.
Yeah.
You know. Now, in fairness, like it's not as if there's nothing massively time sensitive either. Like
What is it?
the game, like
I'm out of here.
it takes place over like I think it's either a month or 3 months.
Happens to everyone, you know.
And so long as you do it within a certain time period, no one comes to find you. But say if you take like an age to do something, you will run out of time, and it's game over for you. You have to start again. Like we had down in these docks, we had like a stealth section
Oh Jesus.
previously, and it was awful. It was probably the worst part of the game. But again, same with the driving thing. It was
a cursing.
it was bad. I won't sugarcoat it. It was not fun. But again, it was very much that kind of situation where like first time they were doing it, so you know I can understand it, like the driving sections. But hey, here's some plots.
Oh.
Long time no see.
My God, it's the Undertaker.
This the guy
That's Charlie, by the
who
way, the guy with the
dressed
glasses.
like a dog?
Mhm.
Looks like
Sounds like I
we're
knew that was
gonna
gonna
have to
happen.
run this straight off now.
Docking.
Yes.
I'm gonna get him.
So QuickTime Events is the other bit of gameplay from this. And Shenmue is credited as the innovators of QuickTime Events. So if you've ever played any action game, Resident Evil, anything like that has a QuickTime event, you can blame Shenmue.
The blurry for the fight, for the brake lights.
It's-
To do a faster go.
Yes. And down.
Oh.
Yep. That's a sore one.